What's up, fellow nerds? I'm Josiah.
I'm Nick.
We're friends.
We're playing Marvel Rivals.
We're friends and rivals? All right, listeners, welcome back to the Friends and Rivals podcast. It's episode 22. So now that you've had your drinks and hopefully recouped from the mistakes you made on the 21st episode, you can sit back and relax and enjoy kind of a shorter little bite-sized vacation minisode. I'm going to call it that right now at 27 seconds in, before somehow the entire season 3 patch drops mid-episode and this becomes the longest episode we've ever had.
You've got a plane to catch in like an hour.
Yeah.
So
right.
I don't know how many hours it actually is, but it's in hours, it's not days.
Yeah. It's in hours, not days. But yeah, I mean, let's kick it off with me, I guess. I'm coming back. Having a nice long vacation. Got a couple weeks of PTO, coming back to the old West Coast. Enjoy some Pacific beaches and some lake time with the fam. Yeah, we have a super cool tradition. So my wife and I have been together for 13 years. Not married for 13 years, but together for 13 years. And every year since what'd you say?
That's just crazy. I'm just feeling old.
I know, right? Every year that we've been together, we've gone to this lake out there, and it's been a family tradition that not only my wife and her parents have gone, but my mother-in-law was taken to this place when she was a kid by her dad. So it's like 3 generations and counting now. So super special time. Really looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah.
Gonna have a hangout with y'all and some of the boys.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. But yeah, I'm excited. A lot going on. What about you? What's up with you?
Well, last week I talked about my rivals Brickhead not Broncos. And I was talking about how I was going to have to take Psylocke apart because I only get to have them if I have Lord. And I have something to show you, Josiah.
Oh my.
Accomplished it last night. So
dang.
Not having to take that one apart. So
That's awesome.
Probably should work on a non-DPS character next.
Yeah. That's a good
But I probably won't, to be honest. I don't know.
But I probably won't, because
my next closest is Invisible Woman, but I feel like that's just because I play her whenever I play Strategist. So like I'll get there eventually without having to try. I don't know that I want to grind playing Strategist to make that happen, but
you loved her though. Like
which is why whenever I need to play Strategist, I go, okay.
I love her. I don't love Strategist necessarily.
Yeah. I've been having a lot of fun with Jeff this season, but we'll get to that later. But
we'll probably get to that again next Hero Spotlight, actually.
That too. But yeah, I don't have too much going on this week. I actually played quite a bit of extra rivals this week. This is a week where upcoming where I'm kind of taking it easy. So nice. hang out with some dudes, probably play more rivals than normal, which will be good. But yeah,
some dudes. Yeah, I know. I am bummed that I'm jumping into a 2-week rivals hiatus right now. Basically, that's gonna be weird. But
yeah, I mean, the upside for us though, at least, is that it's gonna be the week that we're talking about a bunch of stuff that's not in the game yet.
Yeah,
because it looks like from certain leaks that have happened, it looks like it's pretty confirmed that the 11th of July is going to be the beginning of season 3. So next week will be our big talking about season 3 hype stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't need to play the game to talk about blog posts.
That is true. That is true. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the leaks that we'll talk about in a second. But I'm also really honestly I'm really looking forward to seeing the balance patch and like what they do with the feedback from this season, season 2, but especially season 2.5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this half season was a fun alternate timeline kind of
Mm-hmm.
feel to it. Of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is a different Rivals than what we've been playing before, but
It's true.
I am hoping that it was like a time bubble and not just this is life now. So I'm excited to see what season 3 balance looks like.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some of that news then.
All right, let's do it.
Hey everyone, Future Nick here, and we had to record this episode on Monday night due to Josiah's travel plans, which at that point, all that had been released as far as Season 3 news was the Twitch leak about what the characters were, and the little trailer they did with the egg on the new Clintar map. We didn't have any of the information about what Jean Grey's kit was going to be like or any of the stuff that has come out since then. That will all be in next week's episode when we do a deep dive on Season 3 and talk about all of our excitement about the new stuff coming in. So hang in there for that. This week, we're just going to talk very basically about the stuff that we knew at the time. And yeah, so enjoy.
Now, it is 1 a.m. my time, so you'll have to forgive me for missing the episode roadmap in the introduction there. But I did say that it was going to be a mini-sode, and what I mean by that is we have a fairly slim news section, and you know we got our podcast patch notes, of course. We've got a nice chill main topic. We'll still do our armed and dangerous, our mailbag and whatnot, but we're gonna skip out on the hero spotlight right now. And part of that is just because it is so late, and I'm going to be on a plane when we normally record, and then I'm going to be hanging out with the dudes and spending time with family. So we wanted to give me a little bit of a break with this. So I hope you appreciate having a nice little bite-sized episode. But with that, our bite-sized news, it's a short news segment, but the news is not little.
Yeah.
The news is huge, gang.
It's big news. It's just easy to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, kicking it off with a post from Marvel Rivals saying Clintar is about to ignite, and they post a completely silent. What a freaking Scorsese level choice that was. Completely silent short film of the zooming in on an egg, a golden flaming egg above a mound of parasitic symbiote mass.
Now, is that on the
is
existing Clintar map?
Good question. I have to imagine no.
Because it looks like the existing Clintar map.
It does look like the existing Clintar map, but I imagine that a lot of Clintar shares some similar architectural features. I mean, it could be. They could have literally just like pasted this asset into the Clintar map to reveal.
I'm just curious because they've done like. Have you seen what's changed in the skybox on Clintar? Over this season.
Oh,
so there was a half like a half decayed corpse of a celestial up in the sky initially on the Clintar map.
I don't remember this.
yeah, because part of way back in the skybox, because part of the lore for Clintar in the game is that there's a dead celestial
Symphony.
that he killed, right?
Whoa.
And according to the leaks, that's going to be one of the maps is inside the Celestial.
Whoa!
And so this season in the skybox, the Celestial moved. It was up in the atmosphere, and it now was crashed like into the ocean.
Whoa!
Like on another part of the planet, like off to the side where you could see it. So you could see it from inside. So that's what makes me think that like, did they like stealth patch something in the Clintar map to like have this egg here now for the rest of the week, like how they moved Blade?
Yeah.
I want to
Dang.
find out. We'll patch note it next week, but next week
Yeah,
it's going to be
yeah.
kind of too late
Well,
to really
yeah.
care. But well, no, it's still a week before it comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
curious about
that'd
that.
be really interesting. Yeah, I know hmm. Well, anyway, what's
But
in
the
the egg,
egg.
Nick?
Well,
It's
yeah.
giving hatching like a, I don't know, what's like a flaming avian creature
Yeah.
that hatches from a burning egg?
It looks
What
like
fits the bill?
my favorite mythological creature, a phoenix.
A phoenix. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with Marvel Rivals, does it?
Well, it does according to Twitch.
Oh, Twitch.
So getting to
You
our
sweet summer child.
getting to our next news. Twitch announced their summer of Twitch drops schedule this week, and
Oops.
forgot to edit out the games that had not announced what was coming this summer for them, like Rivals, who had not announced any of the details of season 3. So this, it's kind of a leak. It's kind of just an official
Yeah, it's out
information
there.
source put things a little too early. So I don't really know where we put this in the should we cover this, but Twitch already leaked it to everyone. So
Right. Don't blame us, blame Twitch.
yeah. So Twitch says that they're going to have season 3 drops for Marvel Rivals. Surprise, surprise. And these drops are going to be from July 11th to August 8th. And it's going to be Hawkeye this time. So they're saying there's going to be a Hawkeye Will of Galactus, a Hawkeye Will of Galactus spray, a Hawkeye nameplate, Hawkeye emotes, and then the Hawkeye costume.
And that's the craziest thing about the leak.
No, that's actually the mundane thing. It was just the first thing on the list. So the other thing they did here, though, is that they gave a little blurb about season 3 of Marvel Rivals that had not been officially released yet.
Baby.
So
if you haven't heard this yet, I hope you're ready.
yeah, and if you don't want to hear this until next week when we're talking about this the entire episode, for some reason, then skip ahead by 5 minutes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
So it reads, Phoenix and Blade ignite the action in Marvel Rivals Season 3, The Abyss Awaken, which is not English. So it would be The Abyss Awakens, right? Yeah. So maybe that'll get translated better. But get ready for all new team ups. Stunning Venomized costumes, of which we have one to talk about already. And sizzling summer events that will turn up the heat. What could that be?
Can you hear it, gang? Can you hear the sounds of a million wallets?
The thong. You're just saying people buying swimsuit skins.
I
thought we were talking about the thing again.
Oh man, I should have. I missed my cue there. But no, I'm more talking about the generational wealth that the Rivals devs are about to accrue from the I'm sure the how do I phrase this? The skins that aren't a personal choice, but are design decisions that just so happen to
told them to
appeal to their player base.
Yeah. And then they just say don't miss out, do things on Twitch and get Twitch drops, and please pay attention to our website.
I'm sorry that I've neglected you, Twitch, as I confessed in my last patch note.
I know. So it's Phoenix and Blade.
Holy crap, Phoenix and Blade. I didn't want to hope. I didn't want to believe that Blade was going to be coming. I thought they were going to continue stringing him along, having him be freaking chained up and sleeping, and maybe they'd have him sleep I don't know, swimming in the Clintar map or something. But heck yes, I'm so excited for this. But this is, his kit has been leaked. His role hasn't necessarily been leaked, but I can't imagine.
I heard that there was a new kit leak. I heard there was a new kit leak for him that changed some things.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen the updated one too. I still am not sure how it could be Vanguard,
Okay.
but there is some potential. There is some potential. He
I thought
isn't
they were
like
both duelists. So
well,
yeah.
right. It's just I think that's surprising that they would do two duelists when duelists are way overpopulated. But
I saw I saw a Twitter post, or maybe it was on Reddit, where someone was talking about this announcement. Oh yeah, I think it was in the Reddit post for the Twitch leak,
oh.
where someone put a the Thanos like holding the knife thing underneath a statement of two non-duelists last season, two duelists this season,
Yeah,
perfectly
yeah.
balanced as all things should be.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that'll be interesting if they go with it. But either way, it's not that I'm not excited for Phoenix. For like Jean Grey is I mean, what an awesome character. I actually haven't seen any of her kit. I'm sure it has been leaked, but I haven't seen
yeah, it
any of it
has.
at all.
Yeah, it was leaked
Um,
before Emma's, I think.
oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
I've seen literally none of it, but I'm excited for that. I'm a big Blade fan, so I'm
yeah. Yeah, to me, I mean, I think the reason why we're all talking about Blade is because Phoenix was less of a surprise. Like, she's more directly
yeah.
hinted at in the lore for season 2.5, and she'd been data mined for a long time as being very close to ready.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought she was going to be the second one in season 2
Mhm.
with Emma Frost. So like she was less surprising. I think Blade, we were finally at the point where we were like, they might literally just tease him for years. And
Yeah,
then
right,
and then it
right,
was
right.
like immediately right after, which makes sense. But yeah.
I heard someone say that they thought that NetEase might have been waiting for the Blade movie to drop, and so
Mm.
that they could release it at the same time. But I guess I haven't like dug into it, but I guess there's been like a lot of drama and like
Yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of in
directing
development hell.
hell,
Yeah.
yeah, for the movie, which is really sad because I think Wesley Snipes was supposed to be coming back to reprise the role.
Yeah, I think that's part of the drama. Yeah.
I, yeah, I was gonna leave his name out of it, but yeah, I heard that too. Unfortunately, but
Yeah, well,
hey,
yeah,
we have
so
Mark Ruffalo and not Edward Norton as the Hulk for a reason.
yeah. So I mean, I guess the last thing I'll say about the reveal of these two being the heroes for the season is it does seem like the whichever one they released on at least going by season 2 is as any season 1 was different because it was Fantastic Four. We knew from the beginning we were going to get all 4 of them. You know, it was a very different thing. But at least with how season 2 went, Emma was the one that was more obvious and connected to the theme of the season and went
Mhm.
first, right? And was like more hinted at by the lore in the previous season.
Mhm.
Um, and then Ultron was a little bit more of a wild card that they had like
Yeah,
found a way to make him work with it. And
yeah,
it kind of feels like Phoenix and Blade are very similar. Like they seem
yeah.
to be setting this up as we have to get Phoenix's help to overcome Null. And then Blade is just like, hey, I'm not injured anymore. I guess I'll start fighting things. I don't know. Like, you know, it's not as obvious from the
It's better
theme.
than
Yeah,
that.
it's not as obvious from the theme as to why Blade is this season, other than he's been around for a while. Um, so that's interesting just to look at going forward. Is like whoever it seems like whoever the story hints at next might be the first half of the season, if you care.
It's yeah, right. Jean Grey and Boy Wonder, Blade.
But that I mean, it makes sense because it gives them the chance to bring in other characters on the second half
Right.
that don't have to be like directly tied to this is the big
No,
thing for this season, you know. So
no.
this is
Give
how Pace
me
Pop Peak gets in the game.
no, stop! Don't take it away from me. Give me. I was about to say, give me Pace Pop Pete main character season. You cowards.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do that to you too much because we're just too
No,
in sync.
we're on the,
Yeah.
we are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm super excited. I can't wait for next week when we get to talk about it in more detail. There was if you needed any more evidence than the post of the Phoenix egg. Before that came out, I saw one other thing. I saw like a very blurry screenshot that seemed to be like someone who had early access leaking something, and it was join Phoenix in our new map for season 3. So it's like 100% Phoenix is going to be the first character.
Nice.
And then so yeah. But speaking of season 3 and Clintar and Symbiote and stuff, as Nick mentioned, Captain Clintar joins the fight. Freaking Captain America, just man, he's got all of his skins are really good.
Yeah.
And this is no exception. If you I don't know if you saw it in the notes, but oh no, it's gone. I had posted the in our notes here, I posted the full body shot of both Cap and Spider-Man.
I never saw that.
Oh dang. I wonder what happened there. Well, yeah, sometimes these skins, the way they post the image, you don't really get like the full picture. But the Cap one, you see the symbiote shield on it too, and it's really like it's really symbiote and toothy, and it's cool looking.
Yeah, whenever I eventually pick up Captain America, this is definitely the coolest skin for him in my book so far. So this is actually the skin that I was talking about a few weeks ago, where I was saying that they had data mined that some skins were coming with voice lines. This is one where
Captain Clintar.
He says you can call me Captain Clintar or something like that. And it sounds like there are a few other lines for him in this where he like reacts to things differently. And I think especially if you're on Clintar maps. But yeah, we'll see how that actually plays out. But they've been doing that with the recent skins, with all the Future Foundation ones, like adding the emote and everything. Like they've been expanding what a skin means for a character recently. It's pretty cool to see.
I love it. Well, and then so we have with Future Foundation, we finally do get Spider-Man. We got the surprise of Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, in the mini battle pass, the Venom Bubble Butt battle pass this current season, and now we finish off the Future. Oh no, wait, right. We finish it off.
This is the last one.
Yep, we finish it off with Spider-Man, and he's looking pretty fresh. A number of people have made note of an interesting design decision.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
in the chest area.
Yeah. All the other ones, they put the two black hexagons in that little triangle thing on the top and on the side. This one, they're hanging low.
Yeah. But he doesn't need that, man. He's gonna be flying around so much. You're not gonna see whatever that decal is. We're not gonna mention it here. This is a family friendly channel.
The decal.
So
well, and you're gonna put him in the black suit anyway because it looks way cooler than the white suit. And then it's just a black dot on top, and so it'll be fine.
Right. Everyone's been asking for the right. Everyone's been asking for the symbiote Spider-Man costume, and here is the symbiote Spider-Man costume at home. You just get the Future Foundation skin and emote swap, and there you go.
Yep,
Black Spider-Man.
But we got at least one person in the Discord who's been making a quest to get all of them to finalize that spray image that you get from all the sprays of their It kind of looks like the Last Supper, but they're not in the right poses. But now you can finally finish that.
Yeah, heck yeah!
All you got to do is buy 4 skins and a battle pass.
Oh
no, 3 skins and 2 battle passes. I'm sorry, it's much worse.
Well, you kind of beat me to one of my podcast patch notes. So why don't we just jump right into that?
All right, let's do it. It's podcast patch notes. Josiah, 2 minutes. Go.
Oh, it's me. So I guess let's just get this out of the way. A patch note on the notes for this episode, as my wife was walking by and saw me uploading the images. She saw the Captain Clintar and Future Foundation Spider-Man. She's like, oh, what's that Spider-Man skin, and I should have said Future Foundation, but I knew she wouldn't know what that is, so I said, "Oh, it's his Fantastic Four skin." And she stopped and looked, and she was like, "Ah." And both of us just started dying. It was a great moment. So I'm so glad you segued into that so well. A couple other things. So my son loves to watch Spidey, the amazing Spidey and His Amazing Friends, the kids show on Disney Plus. Super cute, about Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Ghost Spider doing adventures. But Jeff the Land Shark showed up in the last episode that he watched.
Nice.
And I was like, holy crap. I'm almost certain that this episode came out fairly recently, like post Marvel Rivals. So I think they're just trying to capitalize on hey, the adults love it. You know how we can make even more.
Criminal. Yeah.
Yeah. Kids. So that was super funny to see. And Squirrel Girl was also in one too. Which is, and hers I think was even before Rivals came out. So
the current design or the old scary clown face design?
Some hybrid, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. A hybridized version. But then also I mentioned a couple episodes ago that that Jeff was in the comics and that he was Emma's pet, like sitting on her lap in a slide that I saw. Well, I went and found it, and it's Deadpool number 9. Actually, it's Deadpool that introduces Jeff the Land Shark to Emma. And it's part of the Deadpool versus the X-Men on Krakoa arc, which is funny. Oh. So we could have had an Emma Deadpool season, which would have been very interesting. But we're out of time. But you'll have to click through that link that I posted because it's really hilarious. Oh, yeah. It's hilarious as Deadpool freaking yeets Jeff at Storm and KOs her instantly with the Land Shark.
Yeah, at some point, if Deadpool ever does get added to the game, we need a fastball special, but just him and Jeff.
Yeah.
Give Jeff a 4th team up because he doesn't have enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
2 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock.
Well, no. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna take 1 minute and 20 seconds so that we don't go over. As a cover for the fact that I have nothing to say.
Convenient.
So I mean, I guess I have one thing, which is literally a podcast patch note. So last episode, I'm calling it the black squarening. Our podcast art was just a black square for some reason. I have re-uploaded that like maybe 100 times, and every single time it comes out as a black square. I don't know what's going on there. So I've reached out to support for the podcast hosting service we use, and they're working on it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if this one's a black square again, but here we are.
Yep. I'll have to come up with another joke for it on Instagram if it is. So
we should just post a picture every day of just a black square. No caption. Just
right.
Take a look at our episode, black square. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got. Let's hit our main topic.
Our main topic this week is another one of our subversive tier lists that is not the kind of standard run-of-the-mill tier list you'll find all over the internet about who's the best and who sucks.
It's not like other tier lists.
It's not. We're not like other tier lists. We're not like other podcasts. This one is about who we are excited to play moving forward into season 3. With a couple just comments. S being the people that we are thinking we might want to main moving forward into season 3, and F being reserved for Iron Fist.
Yep. No lies detected. Before we get started, though, I wanted to play a little mini game with you, Josiah. Which is I want to see if you can guess who your own mains in 2.5 were. So and then I'll tell you who mine were. I went into our career pages for 2.5.
No, don't do this.
We're gonna Family Feud. I'm giving you the top 6. Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
you
I think I
you
can
get
get the top
3
6.
strikes to get your top 6.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Man, I need Steve Harvey right now. Number 1 is Ultron for sure, no
Yep.
question.
Yep.
Do I have to go in order, or can I just name things?
No. Just name. Yeah. If they're not in the top 6, you lose a point.
Okay. Emma Frost.
She's third. Yeah.
Jeff.
Second. Yep. It's gonna get harder
wait.
now because they drop off a cliff. You were mostly playing those 3 characters, and now they're gonna drop off a cliff.
Penny Barker.
Penny's number 4. Yeah, you're getting this almost in order.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at all the characters. Could it be Bucky? No.
Yep, he's number 5.
Oh my gosh.
There you go, one more.
My last
What?
one is number 6.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You played 1 minute less than you did of Bucky.
Oh my goodness. It's got to be a strategist. It's got to be Cloak and Dagger.
Nope.
Ah, dang.
It's not actually a strategist.
Oh,
I'll
it's
give you
not
2
a
more
strategist.
chances. Yeah.
Namor?
Nope. One more chance.
What the heck? Not a. It's got to be a Vanguard then. Doctor Strange.
No.
No.
It was Black Widow.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna
Yes.
see a theme because now I'm gonna make you try to guess my top 6 played characters in the season,
jeez.
and it also is gonna be number 6 is gonna be one that is not someone you'd expect me to be playing.
Okay.
All right, who do you think my top 6 are?
All right, Bucky. Of course.
He's not actually. He
No
wasn't.
way.
No.
Oh my gosh.
One of them
Okay.
should be easy because I must have played a ridiculous amount of this character based on something I said earlier in this episode.
Oh no, I've already my brain at this.
I know, it's too late.
It's just ejecting information after we say it. A Penny's got to be in there.
Penny's not either. No.
What the heck is going on, dude?
I'll give you one more chance before I. Moon Knight is there. Yeah. Moon Knight's second.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say Ultron.
Nope. Okay.
No.
So 3 strikes. Psylocke was number 1, of course, because I just spent all that time learning her.
Yeah.
Like far and away, I basically like no life Psylocke for like a week or 2.
That's crazy.
Moon Knight was second, and then Jeff. I was playing a lot of Jeff. Like I said,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I had the Punisher as my 4th most played.
Ah, interesting. Wow.
Just trying to counter the meta, and he's fun. I like him a lot more.
Yeah. I felt the same way.
And then Invisible Woman, which is not super surprising. If I wasn't playing Jeff, I was playing Invisible Woman on Strategist. But what do you think 6 is?
Oh my goodness. Someone that I'm going to be really surprised with. Is it tell me it's not Mr. Fantastic.
No, I think he actually is like right behind him though. I've been playing him quite a bit more. No,
right
it's
behind
Hawkeye.
him. Hawkeye, what the heck?
Yeah, I played a couple hours of Hawkeye.
What are you
It was
doing?
mostly at the beginning when I was trying to see what the Luna team up was like and like trying to see what that ult buff was like and everything. He's fun. I'm just not consistent with him. So if I needed to take out flyers or something, I usually ended up playing the Punisher because I was like, I'm not going to throw by having a bad Hawkeye game. But
just bullet hose into the sky, AA cannons.
Yep. Anyway, that's not the game we're really here to play. We're really here to play tier list characters by how much we want to main them in season 3.
Yeah, that was fun though.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I'll do that at the end of each season or whatever, and we can see what we're playing.
That'd be fun.
And now we'll be able to compare it to this for season 3 and see if we actually ended up playing who we thought we were going to.
I bet it won't be.
It probably won't. We're doing this pre-balanced post, so like we could find out that all of our ones we're interested in have been nerfed into the ground, and then yeah. All right, so I guess we'll just go down the hero list in order, and then we can just place them. So Adam Warlock, where do you have him?
See, now I'm trying to mentally compartmentalize between like A, B, and C, what they mean. I think Adam Warlock's probably going to be, if I'm honest, I think he's going to be a C for me.
Yeah.
I think I saw a great Reddit post that didn't make it into our Reddit take, but I considered it, of someone. It was a meme of like the e-girl saying, "Honey, the res comp like absolutely annihilated in the Ignite finals. You know what that means?" It's just like Adam Warlock looking absolutely destroyed, because he's gonna get nerfed again. But
Yeah,
no, I like Adam, but I'm not like, he's not one of the people who's really catching my attention right now.
yeah, I have Adam in C2. I think this could change depending on what they do with the balance post and specifically what they do with the team up changes, because I think we were having a good discussion in Discord today. Some people were about Adam specifically and about how he's really tied to that team up right now.
Yeah.
A lot of value comes out of that, and so
Yep.
like you don't really play him unless you've got that full comp.
Right.
And so I think if they do change the team ups and give him a different one, like hopefully, and I'm not really sure how it couldn't be. Hopefully, it'll end up being something that makes him more generally viable, and they'll have to tune some other things based on him
Yeah.
losing that team up, to make him more worth playing in other comps. So, it could change. If he gets a really cool team up, he might end up in B or A as someone that I'll like experiment with. But for now,
Yeah.
not super interested.
Right.
What do you got Black Panther at?
I'm gonna try and just kind of like go with gut, and I'm gonna say C as well. I played him a little bit, this last season, and I liked him more than I thought I would, but I don't think he's gonna be like a focus for me.
Cool.
What about
I'm gonna
you?
put him in B.
Whoa. Okay.
I've been watching a lot of stuff about Black Panther recently and getting more intrigued. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that he's the type of character that I'll get really into once I actually
Yeah.
do it. But I'm leaving him in B because I don't think this is going to be the season. I don't think I'm ready yet. But there's a better chance of me playing a lot of Black Panther than Adam Warlock. So I think I'll put
Yeah.
him at B. All right, Black Widow.
Man, I'm, I said my gut, and the heart wants what it wants. I'm putting Black Widow in A tier. I like, on my Black Widow grind, I had so much fun. Like I did have a couple bad games for sure. And I still don't think that she's like the best, like the meta pick for sure. But I've mentioned multiple times that I'm not a big sniper guy, and Black Widow and Ultron are just I'm having a lot of fun with them. So I hope that Black Widow continues to get buffed. And as long as they don't touch the Punisher team up, the Punisher's going to be getting played a lot. So I'm going to get a lot of viability out of that. Yeah, Widow's there for me.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna put her in B though.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put her in B.
You're going to go there with me, brother.
No, but weirdly enough, the only reason I'm gonna put her in B is because I think right now between her and Hawkeye, I'd rather play Hawkeye, which is mostly just because I think Hawkeye's someone that I would really, really like if I was more consistent. I'm not consistent with either of them, but I feel like Hawkeye's a little bit easier to get things out of when you're not like hitting every headshot. And Widow, the consistency price is a lot higher.
Right.
But that team up is great. It made me like playing her, and I've had a lot of fun with her. So she's in B, not C or F like she would have been last season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, Captain America, or Captain Clinchar, whatever we're calling him now.
Yeah. I'm putting him in B. I want to play more of him than I have played of him. I think that is, you know what? There it is. B is, I wanna play at least as much, but probably a little more than I have been playing of Captain America.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of where B is for me too. Yeah, I think I'll put him in B too as well for the same reasons. I'm always intrigued by playing more Cap, but this season I feel like they beat him in the ground a whole bunch, and I didn't want to go there.
That's true.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger is gonna be in B for me. I love Cloak and Dagger. They're super good. I don't think I'm gonna main them. I don't think I'm gonna play them like a ton more than I have been. I'm excited about a couple other strategists right now, but yeah, super solid. They could be an A. They they'd be straddling the A B line, I think. So yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna have him in C, above
Hmm.
Adam Warlock in C, and it's not because I'm not interested in them. There will be a season where I probably play them like nonstop,
Hmm.
and make a bunch of progress with them. But just currently, I've got Invisible Woman getting close-ish to the push to the end of the Lord grind, and I've got Jeff that I'm still super excited about. So I just know
Yeah.
strategist wise, I'm not going to be playing Cloak and Dagger right now. But I
Yeah.
think once I have Invisible Woman at Lord, Cloak and Dagger might end up getting a lot more playtime. So
Yeah.
that's probably season 4 or 5, I think.
Nice. Doctor Strange is going an A for me. Yeah, I think he's super strong. I think he's never not been strong. I mean, he's still my most played character. Um, but yeah, I think he's just good. He's good. He's never not good.
See, you ruined me by saying B means I want to play them more than I currently play them.
Oh,
'Cause I feel like
you don't have to. No, we can redefine it. Don't be
I'm
stuck
gonna
by
really
my
C heavy
category.
now. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of B. Um, he's kind of in my like roster of characters as like the stable go-to when I have to play Vanguard and I'm not doing something spicier. But like, uh,
Spicier.
you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I don't get excited about the idea of playing Strange most of the time, except for when I get
Yeah.
up to Portal ult combo shenanigans.
Yeah. Right. Um, Emma Frost, she's going in S.
Speaking of spicier Vanguard time, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of
We're-
spicy Vanguard time, Emma's S. She's going to be a main this season. I plan on getting Emma to be my number one most played character this season.
Nice.
To overtake Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange, but everything about Emma's play style is just like 100% love. I love everything about it. I love Emma. So more Emma.
Yeah, I'll put her in A. I want to play more and want to keep playing her a bunch, but not
Yeah.
like a huge target for S for me.
Right.
How about Groot?
Groot's gonna be like low. He's either high C or low B. I'm gonna say low B.
Okay.
I'm interested in playing him more for sure. I just don't. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. I think there's just a lot that I am more interested in right now.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
I do want to play him more. Like if I just had endless hours to play Rivals, like Groot would be up there. I think.
Yeah, it's interesting this kind of tier list. Like I'm finding myself just ranking them against the other characters in that role and going like which ones in that role am I most excited about this season?
Yeah.
And I think Groot again is one that's going to have his time for me, but he's not quite there yet. So I'm going to put him in B somewhere around the Black Panther range that I had him here. Like I do want to play him more because I played him a bit in season 1 and then just kind of dropped off of him completely.
Mhm.
And I think that was a mistake. But I don't know that it's tree season yet for me.
Well, speaking of not knowing if it's the season, I don't know if this is the season for Hawkeye for me. I think he's going to be C tier. I think he's going to be top of C tier. I'm not feeling like as far as the snipers go, I want to play just like you want to play more Hawkeye. I want to play more Widow. I'm really like I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's it's just how I feel. Like I said, the heart wants what it wants.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Hawkeye at the very top of B, right above Black Widow, because kind of like you said, I'm not like super into playing either of the snipers right now, but he is the one that intrigues me a lot more, and I think he'll probably stay top of B tier because I think he's just out of range. That consistency thing I was saying just puts him
Yeah.
just out of range of someone that I want to like invest a bunch into.
Right.
So Hella, you're gonna be your first S tier that's not Emma, right?
I I think I have to put Hella as my first F tier.
No, that's the wrong side of the tier list, dude.
There are moments that I have where I'm watching like Rivals content and I'm like, oh man, she gets some good picks, but I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get around to playing her at all this next season. I think maybe I played her once, maybe one game this season, and I don't anticipate that changing.
Yeah. Hella's not super interested in me right now. I'm gonna put her in C.
Yeah.
She's not uninterested. Well, you know what? Actually, what am I ever gonna put in F tier other than
Yeah.
Iron Fist?
I
I'm gonna put her in F. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not interested in playing Hell right now.
We should do a switch at the halfway point here and have you start going first and me go second and see
Yeah,
if that
let's
changes
see.
anything.
Okay.
Hulk's gonna be C tier for me. Yeah. I'm glad he got the buffs that he got, but not one of my top Vanguard picks.
Hulk for me actually is going to be low A.
Oh whoa! I saw you hover an S for a second. I was like, holy
No,
crap.
no. He's going to be low A.
Into more.
I've just seen him do. I've seen him do a lot of things, and when I've had good Hulk games, it's been a ton of fun. But he also just seems to have like really crazy carry potential, just by demolishing like any semblance of a plan that the enemy team has sticking together. They're running all over the place trying to get away from him. So I think it's really fun. I just haven't put the time into him to get good at the timing on things yet. So it might be here. It might be here. Maybe the second half of season 3. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, then I guess I'm playing no more the second half of season 3 because I want that. I want that Gamma Squid. Man, this makes me sad to say, but if I'm going with my gut, Human Torch is F. I don't think I'm going to touch Human Torch this season. I tried playing him a couple games, and nothing against him or his kit. I was just awful, and I like couldn't immediately pick up on why, which is like usually a warning sign that like maybe this hero isn't for you, for me. So yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I got him kind of around the Adam Warlock bottom of C. Like there's moments where I think, oh, I should play him, and then I don't ever do it, and I haven't had a spark past that yet.
Yeah. Invisible Woman, she's going in high B for me. High B. I think
that was a high B. I think.
Yeah, wasn't it? I don't know if I want to play her more than Cloak and Dagger, but I want them. I want to rock the blonde backline, I think is what I'm saying.
All right. Well, I don't know if I have to put her in S by default or if like high A is okay, but I would like to come out of season 3 because this is 2 months, right? I'd like to come out of season 3 with her as a lord. So I'm just about to hit Centurion. So we'll see if I get there. But
yeah, it's the reason why F tier was created. Iron Fist. Still, he is my only 0 seconds played hero, and he's gonna stay that way. I just have a visceral reaction to even seeing that icon. I feel angry right now. I'm sorry, Iron Fist mains. It's not you, it's me.
I'm gonna make you angry because I'm gonna put him in B.
Don't you freaking dare!
I'm interested. I'm interested. I played like 3 games with him this season, and it felt like the type of thing where I'm like, okay, I could get into this if I actually like worked on this. But
don't make me do this. Iron Fist is gonna become my next Widow now.
I don't know if this is gonna be the season, but he's on that list of like someone I'm gonna get to soon, I think.
Dang. Okay. All right.
What about the man?
The man, the mythy, the legendary Iron Man. I think he's I think he's going to go in low B. I think he's going to be bottom of B for me. I like Iron Man. I like his kit. I think he's really fun. I feel like pretty good with him when I play him most of the time. I just don't get to play a ton of duelists, and when I do, there are a couple other duelists that I'm really interested in. So, but yeah, Iron Man's cool.
Look, Iron Man is my new Hawkeye. And because of this season, I don't want to play him, and I don't want to see anyone play him. I just want him to not exist anymore. I'm so tired.
That one ranked game where we got bodied by Iron Man really messed with you.
That is like every ranked game that I play and every quick play game that I play. No, it's just the Iron Man Ultron combo. Everyone's flying around and everyone's picking the Thing and Wolverine to try to counter them. Like it just, I'm so tired of it. Because what it means is I have to end up because I do play duelist a lot, it means that I have to stop doing whatever it is I was actually planning on doing for the team for that game, uh, and switch to like the Punisher or something, and just make it my only goal to try to shoot things out of the sky. I just want to play the game, and I'm so
Yeah.
tired of Iron Man determining what the game is going to be. So the thing is like that I want to put him in F just because I'm angry with him.
Yeah.
But like he's good right now, and he's interesting.
This isn't
to play,
good. It's
so.
just for you.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like I don't know necessarily that I am uninterested in playing him, which is what F should be. I just don't want everyone to be playing him anymore. So
right.
I'll probably really, if I was being honest, I'd probably put him in C or like low B. But out of spite, he's gonna stay in the bottom of F.
Dishonorary F.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, Jeff the Landshark. I think he's going to be. Maybe I shouldn't say this for a hero that still doesn't have a very good win rate, but screw it. Put him in S tier. He's going there. I really like Jeff, and I've always really liked Jeff. I haven't always played him very much, but like a ton. But I want to get better with Jeff. I think his rework is very interesting. I'm committed to learning how to use it well, and I think he has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I think I might put him, in A, right below Invisible Woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I started playing Jeff quite a bit when the rework happened, and I really enjoy him. I'm probably not taking him in a comp yet.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be like my quick play strategist go-to for the season.
Yeah, he's sweet. Loki, he's my boy, but at the same time, I think he's got to go in B tier right now. I think he's got to go somewhere around the strategist there. Yeah. Like I do want to play him. I do want to continue to like learn him and get better with him, but I just like every time I look at Loki right now, I'm like, do I really have the mental bandwidth for this?
Yeah.
And I end up playing someone else. So I don't know. My mind wants to play him more, but I think my heart's hurting a little bit right now. It wants other things.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm putting him in C, right above Cloak and Dagger. I really want to play him, because of his ult, because of all the crazy stuff that you can pull off. I really want to be a good Loki, but I don't know that I'm ready to commit the time to even being a mediocre Loki.
Yeah, I guess.
Who knows? That's another one though that could change quite a bit if there's some sort of balance adjustment or meta adjustment that puts him in a really good spot. Like he could get really exciting to me. So he might break a couple tiers higher depending on how the balance post goes.
Yeah. Luna Snow. Luna's tough for me. I feel like I have this weird reaction where I never like insta-lock Luna, but sometimes when I get really sweaty, I go Luna, and I'm usually pretty solid. I'm gonna put her in B tier. Yeah, she'll be bringing up the rear of B tier. I like Luna. I like her kit. I like her play style. I feel pretty competent with her. I just for some reason I don't like gravitate toward her, but I'd like to.
All right. I gotta say this is not a spiteful F, but I'm putting Luna at the top of F, and it's not a spiteful one. I really wish I could play Luna well, but Luna to me is the Hawkeye of strategists, and I have never played a game as Luna that I haven't thrown by just not aiming well enough. And so, I just have a hard time with the having to hit skill shots to heal people.
Yeah.
In when you're a character like that is expected to be the main healing source for the team too.
Right.
I've had a lot of games where I lock in Luna because I'm gonna try to play her a little bit more, and then the other strategist sees that I'm playing Luna and goes like Adam Warlock or someone who like
they're like, oh, this guy's gonna carry.
Yeah, exactly. And then we just
like, no, wait.
So I don't find that fun. I think I'm working on my mechanical skill over time. I'm working on my aim, and maybe when it gets higher, then she'll shoot up like again, like way up higher. But for
Right.
now, there's other strategists that don't require a name trainer.
Well, hey, with Hawkeye at the top of Hawkeye and Black Widow currently at the top of your B tier, you're just paving the way for Luna in season 4. Is
Maybe.
what you're really saying.
Maybe.
But paving the way right now, Magic. She's got to go to A tier for me. I want to play Magic so bad. She's so intimidating because she's so like everybody knows. Everybody who is slightly above casual and Marvel Rivals know that Magic is one of the most dominant duelists in the game, and that pressure when you pick Magic is really intense. But
yeah,
she was my first claimed main rip, and I still just like I want to get good with her. I really do.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Magic in A2. I feel like since I got her to Lord, I've like massively neglected her, probably because I was tired of all the pressure.
Yeah.
And as the character that I have the most hours on still, although Psylocke is getting really close, I'm kind of ready for something to shake up, but I'm nervous to say that because Magic's win rate is always really good. I don't think if they made a balance change to her, it would be to make her better. So
Yeah, right.
I don't really want to say that. But the team up, on the other hand, has been the same since season 0. So I think if she stays exactly the same as she is, she's going to be the bottom of A as someone that I go to hopefully more than I have been. But I'm not going to like target more than that. But if she gets a different team up, and especially if she's the recipient of a team up, she might shoot all the way up to S.
Heck yeah. That'd be
all right,
crazy.
well, this is the halfway point. So do you want to switch and
Let's
have
do
me
it
go first now? Okay.
Yes. Nick, Magneto, where's he at for you?
Yeah, Magneto. So he would normally be bottom of C or maybe F.
Ooh.
But he has a buff right now, which is that cool guy put out a guide for him.
I was wondering if you were gonna say this
yesterday.
Yeah.
I have it queued up. I haven't
Yeah.
started it yet. I have it queued up, which means at least this week I will probably be playing a lot of Magneto. But this is for season 3, so I can't really tell you what the results of that experiment are going to be.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put him above Groot. I'm going to put him above. The cool guy guide intrigues me, so I think I'm going to put him at top of B right now, maybe just below Hawkeye.
Yeah,
and we'll see how that goes.
His title is like something like "always good all the time" or something like that, which is like, I mean, Magneto is super good. He may not be like the flashiest character, but yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I think Magneto's top of B for me. I want to play him more. I think he's I mean, just as far as like impact goes, like he's one of the most impactful characters in the game, where like he can do so much and protect your team for so much, and create setups and stop snowballs, and there's just a lot that he can do, and I love that.
Yeah.
Mantis,
I'm gonna have a top of C. I'm not as intrigued by her as I am Loki.
Yeah,
so I'll put her between Loki and Cloak and Dagger. She's kind of the strategist I go to when someone else is playing Invisible Woman and I need to be good.
Yeah,
she's the classic, like, you're a DPS main, but you have to play strategist. Who do you pick?
Right.
But there's nothing drawing me to like I want to really invest into Mantis this season. So yeah, middle of C, top of C, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'm ditto, honestly. I was debating whether she was going to be low C, but I think after what you said too, yeah, mid C, I think is a good spot for her. She's interesting, but yeah, she's going to be my first strategist below B tier. Wow, and I think probably the only one, honestly.
Yeah, the strategists are all pretty low for me, except for like the couple that I'm investing in right now. Right?
Yeah,
like,
right.
That's kind of how strategist goes for me. But I really want to play more Vanguard this season.
Yeah,
and so
2.5 was not the season of the Vanguard. I mean, that's been the big takeaway. So yeah, hopefully season 3 is your time.
But speaking of Vanguard, play, I'm gonna make you so angry right now.
Don't do it. Don't.
Because Mr. Fantastic.
Don't do it.
Is
no, he's not.
It's gonna be my first S
What
tier.
are you doing?
He's my
I don't
first
want
S
to
tier.
hear
Dude.
that. I don't want to hear
Okay.
that in all the games I play with you. Your
Well, too bad.
first S tier.
I
Oh my
told you.
gosh.
I told you the Future Foundation skin might do it for me. It might make me think, okay, he looks a little cooler. Let's do this.
Uh,
And it took me a little while. It took me like a week or two to even give him a shot before, after I got that skin. But I did. And in the last couple weeks, I haven't played him often, but surprisingly, I found myself picking him, even though I haven't played him much. I found myself picking him when we need to win. And
it's funny. That's like my relationship with Luna.
yeah, like he's just so good, dude. Like
Mm,
he just demolishes things and is just so difficult to deal with and can stall the point so much with that ult and just by
dang.
existing. Like I sometimes I feel like he is tankier than some of the actual vanguards. Like
Mm,
he's more of a vanguard than some of the vanguards are, and certainly more than Thor
yeah.
feels like right now.
Yeah.
Um, and then
Well, I
on top of
mean,
that, his
yeah.
damage is better than a lot of them because he's a DPS. So
Right.
yeah, he,
Well, and he
yeah,
can objectively take more damage than some of the vanguards if
yeah,
you're playing him right, and if the enemy is pouring into your wide read stance and all that stuff.
yeah. And there is so often an invisible woman on your team, which means
Hmm.
that you often get your own shield and regen ability as well, like to add to all of that. He's just so good. If they take the Fantastic Four team up away, um, I'm gonna be sad because I don't think I took full advantage of that while it was around.
Yeah,
But
it's still around.
it is still around, exactly. But I mean, if they take it away in a week, it won't be.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think he's kind of the duelist that I'm like not necessarily going to main, but like as close to it as possible. Like I'm targeting, like I want to learn how to be a really good Mr. Fantastic this season. We'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. No, I understand.
All right, I'll
I
put him in F
understand.
for you.
But I hope you understand that F stands for fantastic, which is exactly where he's going. I have no interest in playing Mr. Fantastic. Sorry, I don't mean to be so aggressive. This doesn't need to be an emotional thing. Mr. Fantastic, I apologize for the spite that I've given you. You can't help your goofy ow wacky arms. You live your best wacky waving inflatable tube man life.
I will.
Just live it somewhere else. Live it somewhere else.
I'm gonna live it on your team all season,
No,
and you're gonna thank me because we're gonna win more.
I probably will.
Yeah.
Moon
All right,
Knight.
Moon Knight. I'm gonna put him bottom of A. I like Moon
Yeah, all
Knight.
right.
The extra play that I did of him to get ready for the hero spotlight the last couple weeks has made me like him even more.
Yeah.
And he feels like he's in a decent spot, and especially if we get a brawl meta, which I'm hoping for because we haven't had one yet,
Mhm.
he'll be a nice answer to that. So
Yeah, well, with Blade most likely being fairly close range. I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen Jean Grey's kit yet, but maybe, but depending on the balance patch.
yeah,
Um,
she looks like she's on land most of the time, maybe a little mid rangey, and then turns into a flyer for her ult, as far as I can tell. So um, she could probably go either way. I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I'm- no, you're good. I'm putting Moon Knight at like high. Yeah, high. So maybe like mid B. Let's say mid B. I just backpedaled pretty heavily there.
Maybe mid B.
I think while I think he's interesting and like after every single one of our hero spotlights, like I always want to play. I do want to play more Moon Knight. Um, I, the it's not the uniqueness of his kit that throws me off. That's something that I like. It's that he's just like maybe seems not viable against a bunch of different team comps. Um, but I don't know. No, I see. I'm just gonna leave him there. I'm gonna leave him there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna not say anything else and leave him there. I want to play
you don't
Moon
have
Knight.
to be interested in him. Yeah.
I want to play Moon Knight more than the 10 minutes that I have.
Yeah. Namor.
Namor.
I'm gonna put him right between Groot and Black Panther and B. I I always feel like I should play a little bit more than I do, because I don't play him a ton.
No more, no more.
But I'm never like super excited about it, but I'm never
Yeah,
not slightly excited about it. So middle of B
right.
sounds like where we're at.
Yeah, isn't that a weird thing? I like right. I'm there too with like I'm stuttering because I don't know what to say. I think he's
Because
got to
it's now past
go.
2 in the morning for you.
I know that too. He's got to go. He's got to go bottom of A. I got to put him up there. He deserves that spot. Um, I am a very good Namor when I play Namor. Like I know I feel very successful. I feel like I can get a lot done. But he's never I'm like I've mentioned this, I think, in his hero spotlight that I was kind of like frustrated to be as good with him as I was, because I am not like immediately intrigued by his like kit. But whenever I play him, I have a ton of fun, and I need to play him more.
Yeah, I think he just kind of fits into one of those character kits where you're doing a lot of holding the auto attack button.
Hmm.
And like that's not fair to him. Like there's a lot more to what you're doing with him.
Yeah.
But it kind of fits in that spot where that's why I didn't want to play the Punisher for a long time, is because I felt like I was just shooting, you know.
Right.
I feel like there's a lot of chuck an octopus, and then, left click for a while. But
Yeah.
um anyway, Penny Parker. I don't know what to do with Penny because I'm not like more. I play a lot of Penny, so it would be hard for me to say I want to play more Penny than I usually do.
But
But I'm not like,
do you want to main her? Do you want to continue?
I don't know that I want to main her, which is crazy to say because she's busted right now. But I don't expect that that's gonna last. So I might want to main her this week before the balance patch.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm gonna put her be around,
Oh
maybe
wow.
maybe just below Magneto. I'm more intrigued by playing Magneto based on that guide existing than I am playing more Penny. I
But
don't
the
think I'm
Penny
not
Guide
going to play
already
Penny.
exists.
I know. I'm not saying I'm not going to play a bunch of Penny, but I'm not interested in like increasing that investment, I guess is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, I get you. Penny's gonna go bottom of A for me. Yeah. I think I do want to play her more than Magneto, which is who's at the top of my B tier, and I think he's gonna stay there. So yeah, even if they do tune her even more than just like the nerf to her team up, uh, it is what it is. I still think she just has a really great kit, and they're not gonna. I mean, they're not gonna take away crits. That would be
Right. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she's one of those people, kind of like Emma. Where like, yeah, you can nerf her, but I think she's still gonna be really good.
Yeah. Psylocke. This might
Your
seem.
Lord Psylocke.
I know this might seem weird because, and I don't know if I'll actually live up to this because, it might be that now I don't have that mission. I'm gonna start just wanting to play other people, but I think I'm still putting her in S. Like
Whoa. Oh man, you
she,
baited me with that hover.
I gotta keep it interesting, keep you awake.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Please.
she this track to Lord for a character has been like weird because with Magic I started kind of going like, okay, I'm almost there, and then I can try someone else. And with Psylocke, I felt like I was improving with her like massively as I started to play her a whole bunch
Wow,
more.
that's
Um,
awesome.
and so now, like, I feel like I'm a way better Psylocke than I probably am most other characters at this point.
Dang. Oh my
So
goodness.
I'm excited to take her into ranked now for this next season. Like to take her into comp is like I feel good on this character. I feel ready.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna leave her in S because I think she's gonna be my comp main for the season at least.
that's awesome. Well, unfortunately, I think Psylocke for me is going to be t- bottom of C right now.
Oof.
Yeah, I who am I to play Psylocke when I have a freshly minted Lord as my podcast co-host? um, no, she's cool. There are very few of these heroes that I just objectively don't like, and don't let her bottom of C, make you think that I don't like Psylocke. I think
There's
she is
4
really
to be
interesting.
precise. Yeah.
Yeah,
that you
4.
objectively don't like.
And that's yeah. Well, I'm still debating on adding a 5th one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just she's not one that I'm going to focus on. If I'm going to play a kind of brawly assassin, I'm going to play Magic 100%. I want to get good with Magic.
Okay. Rocket Raccoon. You know what? Rocket is one
Where
of
are you
those
putting
ones.
him?
I almost want to put him with Luna in my non-spiteful F. Like,
Ooh.
Rocket is good, but I'm not. I don't think it's fun. So I don't really want to play him in
Excuse
4
my
ever.
yawn. Whew. No, I understand that. I do.
I'll put him in bottom of C right below Adam Warlock. I play Rocket sometimes when I feel like we need a bunch of healing output. And his ult is really good and everything, but I don't enjoy it a ton. So
Yeah.
probably not gonna play a bunch more of them.
Yeah, Rocket will be. I'm going to put Rocket as my bottom of B tier right now. And you know what? Just an honorary. This is not that we're going to start doing this, but an honorary push up for Luna. Go ahead and put Luna right underneath Loki. I feel like the more I think about it, the more I feel like I did her a little dirty by putting her at the bottom. No offense to you, Rocket, who I'm now replacing at the bottom. But no, I hear you, and I agree to a certain extent. I think he can be really fun and engaging to play, but really doing no damage is really hard for me. And most of the time as Rocket, you're doing no damage. I see many Rocket players get out with like
1,000 and
I was gonna say under 4 digits of damage. And even though I like mainly play supports and vanguards, I still like to kill people. And I'm just not doing that as Rocket. So yeah.
Scarlet Witch, again is one that I've played quite a bit of, so it's hard to say, how much I want to play a ton more. But
Yeah.
I think I'm really enjoying Scarlet Witch when I'm playing her. She just hasn't been a super high priority for me recently. But I'll put her right above Moon Knight, bottom of A.
Nice.
That Doctor Strange team up is absolutely disgusting. So
Yeah.
I want to target at least playing her when I have a Doctor Strange on my team and we're good to go. Because that is a ton of fun.
Yep. Yeah, I think now we're getting to the point where I'm looking at all the heroes on there and I'm like, man, do I have time to add another person to anything other than C? Realistically, probably not, but that's not what we're doing here. If I had all the time, if I had all the time, I think I would put Scarlet Witch at high C.
That's a pretty low commitment for if I had the time. If I had the time,
I was just about to say
her
that.
a little bit less than Rocket that I just missed.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't want to put Rocket in C because crap. Flip Rocket and Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch goes to bottom of C, bottom of B, and Rocket goes to top of C. Yeah, she's cool, and I still feel like I didn't really get to explore my like newfound potential from your hero spotlight with her about focusing on her right click over her left click and stuff. So I like Scarlet Witch.
Well, and now when you have a Doctor Strange, all of that goes out the window, and you're just focusing on holding both buttons at the same time.
Right. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the man, the myth, the menace.
Spider-Man falls very similar to Black Panther and Iron Fist to me, where I feel like there's going to be, and they're very similar characters too.
Why do you do this F hovering nonsense?
I'm just hovering somewhere
out.
where I can actually see. Were there characters I know at some point there's going to be a season that I decide like, oh, I'm spending my time on them and I want to learn how to play them really well? I don't think it's time for Spider-Man yet. So I feel like putting F is like dissing someone. But no, I kind of want to put him bottom of C. I think he might be F because I just think for sure, like, yeah, I'll put him in F. I think for sure this just isn't the season that I'm going to try to play Spider-Man. However, No, this isn't the season for Spider-Man for me. I think, we have to realize that we have the two new characters that are also going to be
Yep.
right at the end. We got to add them in. And I think I've
Yep.
already committed to Mr. Fantastic as like the character I'm going to go from 0 to awesome with. So there's no room for Spider-Man right now.
There's a season where Spider-Man could be in A tier for me. But I agree with you. It's not this season. There's way too much else going on. I don't think I can put him in F, but I am going to put him below Psylocke in bottom of C. I had a day, just like one day, where I played nothing but Spider-Man in my rival session, and I had a really good time most of the time. But Spider-Man gets I hate to say it, Spider-Man gets a toxicity tax. Like when I play him, I feel he's one of the very few characters that when I play him, I feel like bad. I feel guilty. Like I just because Necros and other other events. But no, it sucks because Spider-Man is one of the coolest characters in like superhero history.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
it's crazy
that.
It's crazy that Rivals has made me not like Spider-Man. Like I didn't know that was possible for a game to do that.
Isn't that a bummer?
And I also I have to acknowledge and feel bad also because my tier list right now have at the very bottom 2 characters that we've been asked probably more than any other characters about, hey, can we get a hero spotlight on these? And I'm basically admitting that it will not happen from me. So Josiah, your Iron Man in the bottom of the B has to be enough to get a hero spotlight of Iron Man.
I mean, soon. Through the passage of time, it'll happen eventually.
A lot of time, yeah. All right,
Squirrel Girl. What do you think about them nuts?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put her in middle of C. She's kind of falling into that spot where
above Human Torch, huh?
Yeah. Because I actually have like positive moments where I think I'd like to play some Squirrel Girl, but I just don't do it much. So maybe there's some sort of meta shakeup that makes her really gross against, again, if we get a dive meta or a brawl meta and everyone's grouping up, maybe it happens, but I'm just not seeing the spark right now.
Yeah. She's she was the one I was waffling about, and she's going there. She's going top of F for me. I don't know what top of F really means. I of all of the characters that I have no interest in playing, she's the one that I have no interest in.
You're the least uninterested in. Yeah.
Yeah. No hate for Squirrel Girl. Just not my play style, not my character.
Yeah.
Nah. Pass.
Star-Lord. Star-Lord's in a weird spot, I feel like they keep changing Star-Lord in a bunch of different ways, and I'm not sure that they even really know what they want to have happen with Star-Lord. Because they keep like changing different abilities of his,
Yeah.
So I don't even know where Star-Lord's gonna be in this season, much less like if it's gonna be a change, because I feel like they're gonna change him. They always change him. So it's just kind of one of those like, is it gonna be a change that makes me more interested or not? So I think I'm just gonna put him at top of C for now. No, I'm gonna put him right above Black Panther, kind of low mid B. Wow. Because I did have a few times this season where I want to try to get good at Star-Lord, and I played a few games with him, and it just didn't catch. But
yeah. No, I get it. Well, tell you what, when we get to our Reddit take of the week, you'll be interested in playing more Star-Lord. Oh boy! If the Marvel Rivals ad campaigns work, then boy, it's gonna hook you in.
Do his crazy dance.
Oh, you saw it already?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I should have put a note on it. Dang it! I wanted that to be a live reaction. Well, we'll get there.
I saw it and I figured it was a minute-long video, so I couldn't really live react to it on.
That's fair. That's fair. I forgot how long it was. Yeah, Star-Lord's going. Maybe an honorary just above Spider-Man, bottom of C. Yeah, not too interested. I think Star-Lord is the other character that I've played one game. And that's not fair to him. I do think he is interesting. He's just not. He's of the duelists that I'm going to play. Again, I keep going back to that. There's still a couple that are going to jump up here toward the top of the list. He's not one of them, and I just think he's probably not going to get the time.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's so hard about this. There's so many characters. There's so many that I'm like, theoretically, I want to play more of them, but it's not going to happen.
Right.
'Cause I have to pick.
Right.
I have to pick like 5 at most.
Right.
Like,
right. Eventually, this tier list is going to become tier lists in general are going to become impossible for this game.
yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the freaking documentary miniseries, 3-hour long tier list episodes that people are going to start having to make.
Yeah, seriously. So that we avoid making that in this episode that we said was going to be shorter. So you don't pass out in the middle of it.
I know, right?
Let's keep going. So Storm, I don't have a ton to say about Storm. Storm fits into the Star-Lord category I just mentioned. Where I want to try him at some point, but her at some point. I just haven't had the spark happen yet. And I think I'm probably less interested in Storm than I am in Star-Lord.
Get it? Because storms and electricity.
So you know what? I think she's gonna go right next to Squirrel Girl and see.
Yeah. Okay. Storm's gonna go bottom of B for me. I do want to play more Storm. I've always been a Storm advocate since day one. Even when she wasn't necessarily even pre-buff, I thought she was underutilized. Fun time in Marvel Rivals when everyone thought that Wolverine sucked too and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's where she is for me.
All right, I got the Punisher at bottom of A. I've been having a ton of fun playing Punisher.
And wait, are you already out here? Is it 2:30 a.m. for you too?
No, it's just 11:30 and a really long day. Where we didn't think we were recording this until a few hours ago.
Yeah.
He's been fun. I want to play more of him, but I'm not targeting him specifically.
Well, I've been having a ton as well, so he's also my bottom of A. And no, I'm not just copying you at this point.
You're like, just copy and make it go faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, the Thing is going to be my other S tier.
No way! Yeah. Wow, I did not see that coming.
I am counting on them not making this flyer meta last a whole nother season. And if that's the case,
how is he going to deal with it? How are they going to change him?
That's what I'm saying. I'm counting on them adjusting the meta so that everyone's not playing flyers all the time. No adjustment to the Thing necessary. You just need to change what's going on around him.
Right.
But even this season, I've seen we've been playing with Mick Zach on Discord quite a bit recently, and he's a Thing main, and I've been learning through osmosis. I've just been watching and learning, and it looks really, really fun, and it kind of matches the Mr. Fantastic damagey Vanguard thing that I want to go for this season. So we'll see. Yeah. How I'm going to pick between the two of them in a given game, I'm not really sure, but should be fun.
And I think the Thing's got to be high C for me. There's another brawl. I put Captain America in kind of mid B. I'm interested in playing him. There's another brawler that I'm more interested in, though. We're gonna get there. But he's C. I'm excited to see you freaking main him though. He's awesome.
Yeah, I played him a ton right when he came out. I really liked him, and then I just didn't play him for some reason. But I always want to. I think I always just am so worried about him not being able to hit things far away from him. That I always don't pick him because I'm like, well, what happens if I just get countered? But I need to play him and then adjust rather than not playing him to not have to adjust. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've seen, you know what, sometimes even when they have a couple flyers, if you just pound the couple people that are on the ground, they have a hard time dealing with it. Like the rest of your team's trying to take out the flyers. It's okay to specialize. So
I get that. The God of Thunder.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm so sad to say this, but he's going in F2. And you know what? No. I'm going to put him in C.
Wow.
Kind of high in C. Because I'm going to hope that they're going to give justice to Thor. And that more than just letting him cancel abilities that they forced you into using, they're gonna create a even more substantial buff for him. I believe.
I want to join you in that belief. I really do. But I think even if they do, there's too much else going on. I don't think I'm going to touch Thor this season. I think
I
he's
put
going to
him
go in
in
F.
mid C. I'm not saying I'm going to play more than a couple games with him, but
I'm going to put him in F. I don't think
all
I'm going
right.
to play him. Yeah. I'm going to put him, you know what? I'll put him at top of F because this is a sad decision. This is the first one in F that I'm like, man, this really bums me out because I like Thor a lot.
Yeah. Um,
Ultron.
you sure you don't want to move Loki from high B to F just so you can have the entire Ragnarok crew down in
Oh
F?
no. What a terrible thing.
We could put the Thing and Invisible Woman down there too for you.
No, absolutely not. Don't do that.
All right, Ultron. I'm probably gonna play more Ultron than I did if he stops being like picked in every single game. However, I would imagine that would be because things shift so that it's not great to pick him in every single game. So maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll put him in bottom
Yeah.
of B, kind of with Doctor Strange. Ultron's such a good character, and he is a lot of fun. But I just don't find myself gravitating towards picking him. I think
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season, it was because he was constantly being insta-locked, and I was just like, I'm not going to play that game. I'll just pick him when he's available.
Right.
And then I started playing a whole bunch of the new Jeff rework, and I was like, you know what? When I'm playing strategists, I want to play Invisible Woman or Jeff. So I just
Yeah.
don't really have a space in my very limited strategist heart for him right now.
Right. I get that, but I disagree. S tier, baby. Ultron is one of my strategist mains right now. I enjoy him so much. I think he's so good. I have so much fun with him. I don't foresee that stopping anytime soon. I do hope that they destabilize the flyer meta, but I hope that doesn't have such a profound impact that it makes Ultron unviable.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm one of those Ultrons that really doesn't rely, like I've just never felt like I've relied on the Iron Man team up at all. I'm not super worried. So if anything, honestly, if flyer meta goes away and Iron Man is played less, then I will get killed way less because right now, at least 75% of my Ultron deaths are from Iron Man alone.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I my one caveat for maybe playing a little bit more Ultron is if Jean Grey does have a flying ult where she turns into a flyer for a bit, then I'm gonna have to play a little bit of the 1-4-1 full fly comp. Where you have Doctor Strange as your Vanguard.
Yeah, the entire
Ultron
team
is your
off
only
the point.
support, and then all 4 flyers. Yeah, it would be fun.
C9ing just to aura farm at the end of the game.
Oh, you just fly above the point and let it C9. Yeah.
Yeah. Venom.
Venom. I think also will have a season, and I don't think it's this one. Which
Oh,
it should be
man.
this one because this is the Clintar null season.
Yeah, dude, that's messed up.
Am I talking myself into Venom?
Dude.
You know what? I'll put him right below Magneto.
Oh, he just went from F to high B.
No, he wasn't going to be an F. You were
Okay,
watching my
okay.
hover again. My hover means nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
He was going to be in like C around Loki, but I'll put him in high B. I should play some Venom.
You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
S tier.
Ooh.
Venom. This is the season of Venom. I'm going with the lore. I'm going with Clintar. I've always wanted to get good with Venom. I've never been good with Venom. Venom is the one character who makes it this far that I don't feel good with. So he is my true stretch. But I want to like him so much. I like everything about his kit. I like everything about the character, his design. I like his freaking bubble twerking butt emote. I wanna be able to utilize that more than just for the memes.
Nice. Okay, Winter Soldier. I'm gonna do a weird switcheroo here, and I'm gonna put Winter Soldier where I had Hulk, and I'm gonna move Hulk to just below Venom in this Vanguard thing I have going on in B.
Wow.
I'm realizing
Yeah,
like
dang.
I'm realizing that as far as Vanguard-y things go, I'm way more excited about the Thing and Emma and sort of Mr. Fantastic than I am about picking up another Vanguard on top of that.
Yeah.
And with the 2 new characters coming on top of that too, like my A was getting crowded with a bunch of characters that I wasn't like super interested in. So I'm moving
Did
Hulk
my
down. But
A make you feel self-conscious?
yeah, a little bit. But yeah, Winter Soldier is still high up there for me. I've got him right next to Magic and Emma Frost. Like he's again probably one of my characters that's closest to Lord at this point, and he's fun. And I'm hoping that the new adjustments kind of give him something.
Yeah. Winter Soldier for me is going to go top of B. I said I think Magneto's going to stay there, but I lied. I think Winter Soldier is super fun. Winter Soldier's Hero Spotlight was the most impactful one for me out of like all of the ones that we've done. It took a hero that I was really suffering with and made him really interesting. You know what?
Do it.
What the heck? Who cares? Bottom of A. Winter Soldier, bottom of A. I do. Why am I being shy about that? I really like him, and I want to play more of him, and I feel decent with him now.
Nice. All right, Wolverine.
How about Logan?
Yeah, you know what? Wolverine again is one of those characters that he's gonna have a season for me. It's gonna happen. It could be this one if we somehow get Super Vanguard heavy, but as they're adding 2 duelists, it seems, or maybe a duelist and a Vanguard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be this one. I don't think this is the one that's gonna be like it's time for Logan. But
right.
I'll put him in B, above Iron Fist, below Black Widow. I really do like playing Wolverine. I do want to play more of him.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I'm debating again. Do I get him up to A? I think I get him up to A. I think I'm gonna have. You know what? I'm gonna be weird. I felt like it was wrong. I'm gonna put Namor down to B. I'm gonna put Namor top of B, underneath Magneto. Let Magneto keep his throne. I don't know that I am going to play a ton more of Namor. But I do want to play a lot more of Wolverine for sure. And yeah, you're right. 2 duelists, like maybe the season isn't lining it up, but hey, I don't think 2-2-2 as meta is going anywhere. So still going to have the same amount of Vanguards to fight in most games. Right.
And if they do some sort of adjustment or just the way the meta works out, you end up seeing a lot of Magneto and Doctor Strange, then great. Wolverine got a buff anyway. Like this season, all we saw was a lot of Penny and like nothing else. So there wasn't a lot for him to feast on.
Yeah. Well, wrapping it up with our 2 unreleased characters, Blade and Jean Grey.
Yeah, this is hard to decide. Like, how do we decide where we're putting it? Because we don't really know their kits for sure. I haven't even looked at Blade's kit really. I've only vaguely looked at what we've seen of hers.
That's funny. We're total opposite with these 2.
Right, and I think that's where we're going to end up with this. Like,
yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to be a lot higher on Jean Grey, and you're going to be a lot higher on Blade. But
yeah,
I think I don't know what to think about Blade. He could be really cool. He could kind of be in the same kind of character vein as Psylocke and stuff that I like. So I think just by nature of being a new character, he ends up in A. I think for no other reason than being a new character, he ends up in A. So I think I will be. I think I'll put him right above Magic, right below Winter Soldier.
Now I'm getting self-conscious about my S tier. If Blade is, if he's Vanguard, 100% S tier. But even as a duelist, I think he's going to be my one duelist that creeps in, because if his kit being focused around, well, let's put him at the bottom. Let's put him at the bottom of S tier. That'll make me feel better about myself. If his kit really is the first for anti-heal, which is something that I love in games like this, I'm gonna really like Blade.
Oh, I will too. Yeah, that's cool.
So we'll see. Last but not least, the Phoenix herself.
Yeah, okay. So again, I feel hesitant to put a new character in S tier because I have no idea if I'm actually going to like them. So I can't really say that I'm going to main them. But as a character, and then also just if she really is a combo of like kind of, what I don't actually know if she's supposed to be brawly or pokey or whatever when she's on the ground. But if she's a combo of on the ground and then in the air, I think the utility of that ult is going to be so much fun with a full kit swap, as far as I understand, where she's got different abilities and stuff. Like, that sounds right up my alley. I So I gotta put her. It's either like the very top of A, or she's gonna be my bottom of S. I'll put bottom of S. I'll risk it just like you did.
Do it. Both of us with new characters with unreleased kits that haven't even officially been announced yet. S tier.
I'm maining them. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it like you're right about the new character, like new character, like tax bonus, tax cut, just by nature of being new goes in A, and that's where she'll be for me. I've researched her much like you've researched Blade, not at all. So I'm gonna put her bottom of A, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what she brings to the table.
Yeah, nice.
So.
Well, I like this.
Well,
I think when I look at this, like, S and A are kind of the only ones that really matter, and we have a pretty good variety between the two of us. There's some obvious, shared ones like Emma and Jeff and Magic, and Bucky that are like, yeah, we talk about them all the time.
Yeah,
but I like some of the differences here.
Any big upsets about my list for I obviously have one for you.
Yeah,
but
your top of it, your top of it looks pretty normal for like who you already play. I think Venom, you just deciding out of the blue that you're going to play a bunch of Venom is surprising.
Yeah.
Wolverine, I think, is the other one that isn't typical for you, but like,
yeah,
I've kind of been waiting for it in a weird way.
Yeah,
I felt like it was going to happen at some point.
Feels like coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic is the Thing for sure. The Thing I'm excited about. I keep dumping on him. I don't actually hate Mr. Fantastic. It's just a meme at this point. I'm just being a troll. But no, I am excited to see you play both those characters, especially with how strong Mr. Fantastic is right now. And I hope you can make Thing work out, because his kit is awesome. Like, I was so excited about his kit. He just takes a little bit of that goof tax, like Mr. Fantastic does.
Yeah, those two are what made me want to do this topic, because like it was like this last week or two that I just suddenly was like, I know what I'm doing for the next couple months. I want to learn these two characters really well. And I don't know why. It just happened. I was like,
right.
I want to see what Josiah's got going on for this. So
yeah. No, this is fun. This is fun. Maybe it'll be something that comes back again, and the entire episode will just be this, and it'll be our longest episode.
When there's 80 characters.
Yeah.
This is one. If you want to leave some feedback, please leave some feedback about this topic, because when we're doing a tier list that's not like related to how good characters are and stuff like that, it's hard to know if that's good for just the entertainment value, or if you're kind of like, well, I don't really care, who you want to play. So let us know.
Maybe we should do a little Blue's Clues cut here, a little Dora the Explorer action, and say, hey, did you pull up a tier list too? Who's your S tier?
Yeah, maybe this week in the episode discussion for the podcast, just say, if you have a character that you're targeting, like maining in the next season, just drop them in there.
Yeah, that'd be good to know. Well, with that, Sebastian.
I hope you're awake, Sebastian.
It's late. You might come across a little tired in the audio, but don't worry about that. We all love you.
Hey chat, Sebastian Stan here, armed and dangerous again.
All right, thank you, Sebastian. And no, you do not get a night pay differential for doing that for us this late. Okay, so armed and dangerous. So last week we did our first game playing against each other with bots.
Yeah.
And was it our first one?
No,
our second one. No, it was our second one. I don't know what week it is anymore. That was our second one. Josiah wiped the floor with me this time.
Yeah.
We did. Right. It was Shin Shibuya, I think, and you just walked it in like it. Yeah, I mean, you were 32-2 on your team. You had a pentakill at one point, most damage in the game, most kills. Yeah. I was 4-10, and I was by far the best person on my team. But there,
yikes.
Yeah, the bots were not doing well. We just couldn't handle. you had Ultron and Iron Man as your flying comp.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. They
Your Iron
definitely
Man
did
went
some work.
31-1, and your Ultron was 17-0. I had a Hela that had to I was playing Magic, so I had a Hela who had to just hold down the fort on killing both flyers on her own. It just did not happen.
And was not. Yeah.
She
And
got
I
3
was
kills.
specifically hunting. I was the Punisher, and I was specifically hunting her down too.
Yeah,
To
and
try and make sure that you didn't have that.
I couldn't stop you. There's just no way. There was too much damage coming in that I couldn't touch.
Yeah,
So
it was nasty.
you came back, absolutely wiped the floor with me for our second bot game.
Woo, woo.
So
Thank
this
goodness.
week you're going to be gone this whole week. So you're not actually going to even have a computer to be able to play this.
No, unfortunately not.
And being as it's 3 a.m. for you, there's no way that we're going to record it right after this.
Absolutely not.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to put a 6v6 team of bots using our comp into a game. I'm going to walk away, come back in 15 minutes, and see who won.
It's fair. It's fair. It might seem sad, but it's fair.
Yeah. So the AI will be playing this game for us today. So no team captains. We're just going to have to pick teams. And,
I just hope that I get Ultron number 4 on my side.
Yeah, from Battle Matrix. Yeah,
From Battle Matrix. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's get going. You get Groot or Captain America?
I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna. Why do I always get these hard choices? I'm gonna go with Captain America.
My Cap was 1-7. He was awful. Good luck. Have fun. I get Venom or Captain America. My Venom was also awful last week, but I'm going to pick him over Cap. All right.
Dang, you just killed our potential for mirror match.
I know. First duelist, Magic or Moon Knight?
Magic. Let's go Brawl Squad.
All right. I get Namor or Spider-Man?
Ooh.
I'm going to go Spider Squad.
Oh,
See how it
interesting.
goes. I don't know that AI Spider-Man's going to be any good, but we'll see.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know that AI, either of my people are going to be good. But you know who is going to be good? AI Rocket. Hold left click and profit, Rocket.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to go...
Or right click.
I'm going to go Ultron. I have Ultron or Luna. I'm going to take Ultron.
Yeah, yikes. Right now, he's going to be uncontested from me.
All right, your next Vanguard pick is The Thing or Thor?
Oh no! Wow, this is a true commitment to the brawl. The thing it is. I'm not going with Thor. Sorry, buddy.
All right, and I get Thor or Emma Frost.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's Emma.
Yeah, I was like, what are you thinking about right now?
I'm just thinking about having fun, but if I'm gonna have fun, I'm not gonna play Thor.
Rip.
Okay, Star-Lord or Human Torch?
Ooh. Does the Human Torch stand a chance at combating Ultron? I'm gonna go Star-Lord.
Yeah, I think
Human Torch has too much zoning to do for AI.
Yeah, he might have a better chance against Ultron for sure.
My freaking goodness! This is
it's over.
This is wrong.
Over. I have the choice between Iron Man or Iron Fist, and honestly, either of them would be great.
Yeah, either way, I'm pissed, but
I'm taking
Iron Man. Yeah,
you're gonna feel my rage from this entire season.
I'm dead.
You did this to me last week. You had the Iron Man Ultron team up, and you're gonna have to deal with it now. All right, you get Luna or Jeff?
You know what? Jeff, let's do it.
This is one of those options where it's like if we were playing for real, you might have a good DPS Luna.
Yeah,
be able to take out the flyers, but there's no way the AI is going to focus on that.
Right.
All right, I get Mantis or Adam Warlock. Either way, actually, my healing is not going to be good.
Yeah, right. Your output's low. I got to bank on that. Except you have a shield and you have Venom health over heal, and I still
and Spider-Man that no one can hit. Yeah, I'm going to take Mantis because I think the healing output's going to be better.
But, well, and Mantis with a damage buff on Ultron or Iron Man. My goodness.
Yeah. All right. So the prediction.
But you barely made it.
Yeah, the prediction from the AI is that I'm barely going to beat you at like a 50.29% win rate. Your SVP is Magic. Your LVP is the Thing, which makes sense with all the flyers on my team.
Yeah.
And then my MVP is Iron Man. No surprise there. And my LVP is Venom.
Yeah, surprise.
We'll see.
I mean,
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Just reflecting on my tier list, that a couple of my S tier options are very not high win rate boys. I hope I don't experience even worse losses this season.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Shall we look at what Reddit has said this week?
Let's do it.
Okay. Friends, I hope that you click on the link in the podcast show notes for this Reddit take of the week so that you too can suffer as we have suffered.
Yeah, seriously.
Watching this awful cringe mobile ad for Marvel Rivals. This is, if you're a gamer and you're on the internet and you watch gamer stuff on YouTube, I know you get Last War ads, okay? I know you get that like World War Z ad of just like garbage. Everyone says this game is fake because the man moving left to right and the numbers and the guns, but it's not. The devs saw the fake ads and they made a real game. That freaking drench your rag in that cringe energy. Squeeze it out and drink it up, because that's what we're walking into with this next low for Marvel Rivals ads. I'm sorry to dump so hard, but this is so bad.
This is awful.
Like, I know nothing about the Marvel Rivals devs gives this energy. I just want to put this out there.
Yeah.
This is not an assault on the dev team, but this is an assault on freaking mobile game advertisement god netties for like stooping so low when everything that they put out is so high quality. I mean, who would have thought that the first freaking game developer to put out like college course ready vidocs from their like art deep dives and things like that would be from a mobile game studio? Yeah. And then they about face and pull this garbage. Like, I just don't get it.
If you aren't going to click the link, basically what this is an extremely fake guy. Like, he looks like he's standing in a soundstage. There's no way he's actually playing this.
No, he's not.
And it doesn't even look close like he's actually playing this. Like, it looks like he like hasn't even seen the footage based on how he's reacting to these things, because he's reacting at the wrong times. He's making stuff up. He's talking about things that don't exist. Ricochet, like what Ricochet? You know,
Star-Lord's crazy dance.
And he's just flying straight forward, like he's not dancing. It's bad. It's bad. It's really real bad.
It's also it is funny though that it isn't completely random, in the sense that it's very Penny focused, and Penny is like a huge focus of this season as having been pretty substantially buffed. So it is interesting that like they have to give some information to the whoever's making this ad to say like, hey, yeah, Penny is like a big deal now, so focus on that.
Yeah. But also, like, the guy, I mean, so I saw someone talking in the comments about like their understanding of why the ads like this happen is because like they're trying to it's like a weird, like, it's like they took, you know, that thing in The Office where they're all watching the thing not go into the corner of the screensaver.
Oh yeah,
and they're all like getting frustrated that it's not going right in.
Yep.
It's like someone took that and weaponized it as an advertising tool of going like, let's have someone just be awful and clearly make the wrong decisions at every moment. Like this guy runs straight into a bunch of penny mines like 5 times in a row, and the entire ad is about him going, "Where did that come from?
Yeah.
See that? You know,
where does this circular puzzle piece fit? Does it fit in the square hole?"
Yeah, it has major like infomercials. Someone tries to open a pickle jar and they end up lighting their house on fire energy. So anyway, the point with those they're saying was it to intentionally make you go, okay, this guy got 2 kills in a 1v6 and he's an idiot. So I must be able to do a lot better than him. And then you download the game. And like, they don't care why you downloaded the game. You can download it out of spite, you know.
Yeah.
But I hate that it works. I hate that works.
I know,
like,
me too.
They wouldn't keep doing it if it didn't work.
Do better, humans. Do better. Don't freaking click on that last war link. The girl's holding a flat screen TV on her lap while she's sitting on the sofa, tracing her finger across it. It's not real, dog. Okay.
And those ones, I totally get the draw of the like, you know what? That kind of like thing with the numbers and the moving the guy left and right looks like just like a nice chill way to pass some time.
Yeah, chill. Right.
I would love that game to be legitimate and not be a funnel into an ad-filled wasteland of awfulness. But like, so I get why people would be drawn in by that. This, I have no clue who is looking at this and going, I'm going to try a hero shooter for the first time. Like,
right. Yeah.
And you don't need that for this game. This game is not an ad-filled like wasteland of disgustingness. Like,
giving the wrong impression.
I think that's what bugs me is that they don't need to do this to market Rivals. They already have Marvel as an IP.
Yeah.
And they already have just demolishing Overwatch as like proof that the game is fun.
Right.
Like, they don't need to do this, and they're like making their brand image worse by doing their typical marketing stuff.
Utilize the incredible art team you have. Heck, freaking just cut your cinematic trailer over and over again and paste that. Like, you've got so much. Like, you've now done this huge Ignite tournament. Like, I know you have great clips from that. I know you have hype moments from that with crowds cheering and you know, all that kind of good stuff. Like, yeah, I don't get how. I want to know how much these people get paid. I want to know how much it's very heavy air quotes actors get paid to do these, and how much the advertising like team gets paid to recruit, direct, edit, and publish this. Because like, come on, do better.
The answer somehow is simultaneously not enough and too much.
Too much. Yes. That is. I saw that. Yeah, that is perfect. Well, thank you very much, Adam, for posting. Yeah, I forgot to mention the title too. This has to be the worst ad I've ever seen. I 100% agree. Thank you for cursing our eyes and ears with that. Let's move on to Prudent Goose. What a wonderful name, at 2123, who says in their post, 40k damage this, 30k healing that, blah blah blah, and post an image of Jeff, the Punisher, Rocket Raccoon, Doctor Strange, and just a Lord Cloak and Dagger icon. That one gets me. With all of their thought bubbles, thinking one thought. Look at these bozos. I had 30k stat. It's literally their fault we lost. It's a great image. However, take Doctor Strange's name out of your gosh dang mouth.
No, it belongs there. It's the Doctor Strange's with the 80,000 block damage because they just stood in the middle with the shield up.
Oh man, that one I guess just hits a little too close to home. Or Squirrel Girl instead of Punisher. I'd make that swap too. But anyway, I mean this is a good connection to our last episode, I think, but also to one of our first episodes about the score screens not telling you everything that you need to know and not displaying everything that matters. I think there's a really good conversation that happens in the comments here, and really my main takeaway, the reason why, I mean, other than funny, the main reason why I picked this one is the top comment thread. I'll just read this person's comment. Boy, I have no idea how to say this name. Toloshi Kitkatsuki says,
nailed it.
Sometimes, didn't I though? With the Jeff the Landshark tag, they say sometimes it's just because the other team and better teamwork. Stats are great and all, but teamwork usually decides the match, in my experience. 100%. Like that's where it's at. The thread continues. I mean, you can scroll and scroll and scroll of people saying, "Yep, I've been in games where we've completely outmatched them with stats, or they've completely outmatched us with stats, but because they didn't, they killed us a ton, they did a ton of damage, but they didn't like push the point back. They didn't like hold that back. They kept like they'd kill us and then they'd back up and let us reset and let us keep pushing the point. And so we kept pushing it, and then we won. It's not about not about the most damage. It's not about the most healing. It's not about the most damage absorbed. Like, it's if anything, the stats that matter more are like confirmed kills and like the stats that don't exist, like objective time and lives saved, like clutch heals and things like that. So much of that is not going to be tracked in the system. And it's where, Loki is, I think, my prime example. The healing, I don't know if it still is this way, but for a long time, the healing on his runes, his lamps, was bugged. It wasn't even giving you the actual amount that it was healing because of the way it does damage conversion into healing. And that thing's on a 30-second cooldown, so you're not gonna have more healing than freaking Lord Cloak and Dagger over here. But you are potentially canceling ults with your healing ability. Like, Cloak and Dagger cannot do that. So there's so much more to think about, and I am someone who suffers from being score screen obsessed, and this is something that I'm going to work on. This is in my S tier for things to work on this season.
Yeah. I mean, to take it back to our discussion of character roles and stuff. These characters that can put out a high amount of a specific stat, their actual use in the game is to counteract or be sustain DPSs, right? Like like they're supposed, Doctor Strange's big shield taking a whole bunch of damage is supposed to counteract getting, mowed down by a Punisher or Squirrel Girl and making sure that all of that damage doesn't get through to your team. What do you?
I just saw the screen cap that you put in the notes.
Oh yeah, it's Venice Trap. Yeah,
it's Venice Trap, and his face. Oh my goodness. Oh man, sorry, totally derailed. It's past 3 a.m.
I'll probably put that in the Discord, but that's not going in the show notes.
Oh wow, this must be seen. Anyway, where were
like
you?
I was saying, Doctor Strange's shield can block ridiculous amounts of damage, but that's only useful if you're blocking like a ridiculous amount of damage that's coming in from killing your team. It's not useful, just on its own. And similar, we've talked about the sustained DPSs are really good for keeping pressure on the team, but someone's got to confirm the kills. And you can heal a ridiculous amount, but that doesn't matter if your team isn't confirming things, right? So it just goes back to that character roles thing of, there are going to be games where you were defending against a specific thing that meant that you had this incredible stat, and that was useful. And there are going to be games where they didn't have anyone who fit that role on the other team, and you were kind of just soaking up damage that wasn't going to do anything, and whatever. But the other thing I wanted to say was, if I can blow your mind for a second.
Oh, please do.
On a domination game, you can win the game 100% to 0 by killing the enemy team one time and spending the entire rest of said game just dying in 5-second intervals between each other. You can literally you can literally stagger the entire game as long as you cap the point before the enemy team gets there. You can stagger the entire game so they never capture the point back, and then kill them once at the end and win. Your stats are going to look horrible, and they are. And you played that game terribly, but the objective only cares about did the enemy team control the point for a long time without you and flip it over, So
objectives don't care about your feelings or your stats.
Exactly.
The game isn't to perform well, it's to win.
You can do that pretty badly as long as you play the objective.
It might sound counterintuitive, but it's just give in to the flow of being garbage winners, I guess. I'm not sure where we're going with this, but maybe we should maybe we should maybe we should cut it there. I think that's all we have for you in this not so mini-sode. This is still much longer than most podcasts on the internet, I think.
It's much shorter than ours. Yeah.
It is, yes. But thank you so much for tuning into episode 22. We really appreciate you taking your time to listen to us blabber on. For even more Friends and Rivals content, consider joining us over on Instagram at Friends and Rivals, on X at Friend Rival Pod, or on Discord via the link in the show notes. If you got a question you'd like us to answer on our next episode, drop it in our Discord chat or on the comments on Spotify for this episode, or shoot us an email directly to our Gmail. All right, everybody. We will see you in the multiverse.
See ya.